What are we going to do with Chamberlain? What are we going to do with Shaqiri? What are we going to do with Origi? What are you going to... Like, you see...
It is a switch up.
There's like...
And is Minamino coming back at the end of the season?
Is Minamino coming back? So you wonder if...
Does he want to come back?
That's another question. There's stories that are coming out right now that Salah wants to stay, but he's not sure of the direction that the team is heading in.
He doesn't believe.
So when
he wants to walk alone.
What happens?
What's poppin', YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of For Football Show. It's your boy Ping Teko. I'm with my boys.
It's your boy Fish.
What's up, guys? This is Sano. Welcome to the show.
Yo, what's up? King Fix back.
Yo, we're back at it again for another video, man. We're doing a preview this week of the fixtures, right? And let's start off with the first game, which is being played tonight as we record, later on, which is Everton versus Tottenham. And yo, man, it's a battle between the two of them because right now Tottenham is sitting at 7th place on 49 and Everton's 8th with 48 points. But Everton has a game in hand.
So Spurs have to win.
So Spurs have to win really to one, close the gap up front and distance themselves from Everton.
If it's the same Tottenham Hotspur team that I saw playing Manchester United last week, they're going to get hammered. And you know Mourinho's under pressure when he does a lot of talking.
Dude, what was Mourinho talking about?
About what, the game after?
When he said something about... I didn't watch the match because it's two of the teams that I hate, but I came back and I saw Mourinho saying something about his son.
After the game, the post-match interview, Ali commented on Son diving or staying on the ground for a long period of time. I get it when he got hit by McTominay.
Oh, for the goal.
For the offside. For the offside, blocking of the goal, but then Son goes around and scores. But Ali was mentioning that he wouldn't feed his son if he stayed on the floor for that long at his house. That's what he said.
Shots fired, bro.
And obviously Mourinho comes back.
Weak shots.
Yeah. But also, it was like a weird wordplay of the word son, like...
He wants to be a rapper, though.
Maybe he should be a rapper. Because don't be fooled by this fluky. Maybe he should go in. If you want to talk real shots, that's sick though. If you want to talk real shots though, the shots that Mourinho fired in his direction, talking about, I got Premier Leagues, I got Champions League. I'm not going to talk to you, but like I'm saying, you know Mourinho's under pressure when he starts saying things like that.
For sure.
For sure.
He's trying to divert the attention away from what's actually happening.
Exactly. And he also made a comment about how even if they lost against Everton, they're not really outside. They're not really outside of the top 4 race until the end of the season. So when Mourinho starts...
We've heard that before.
Yeah.
We've heard that.
So my thing is when Mourinho starts speaking like this, you know that he's under pressure.
So the recent form is not looking good for Everton, but
yeah, they need to get out of it, bro. And they need this game to do it. Like this would be like a good turnaround.
But I don't see it happening, unfortunately. For Everton.
I don't see either, bro. I still think Spurs.
You guys think Spurs are going to run?
Where is it?
I think they'll pump
at Everton.
Goodison.
So yeah. Moving on to the next game. I feel like we have to talk about it. It is Newcastle versus West Ham.
We already know what's happening.
Hey, bro, I thought Newcastle were going down,
But like, okay, I want to mention something about the last game. West Ham was playing Leicester, which was a big game for the top 4.
Dude.
And a wonderful first half performance to the Lord Lings. Bro, the man is on hot form.
The dancer.
He's on hot form. But
on the pitch.
once again, we see like West Ham can't keep a lead. They're always like...
They do. And we spoke about this in the last podcast that like these guys, man, they have a trouble maintaining the lead. Teams kind of come out punching in the second half.
Yeah. But you know what? Once you play teams that are trying to survive,
it's different.
It gets crazy.
It's different grades.
Once they get this like
inspiration,
like, because you know what happens when in clubs when you are about to get relegated. That means like maybe 1,000 or I don't know 100 people are going to get fired
for sure
because they are not needed and they depend on you on how you perform on the pitch, whether you'll keep their job.
The blue foot of the team.
Yeah, so You never know what could happen. It's very difficult to predict games with teams that are trying to survive.
For sure.
And I think that's the thing. You're talking about that motivation that the teams facing relegation go through. Imagine the kind of motivation the West Ham locker room is going through to finish in the top 4.
In Europe, bro.
Imagine
In Europe.
That's a bonus, that's a bonus in your contract.
Racks and just for the club itself.
So imagine the motivation on the players. Imagine the motivation on David Moyes when everybody had basically given up on him.
sure.
He failed in a couple of clubs in the Premier League, failed in Spain, and then now he gets this West Ham job. It seems like it was a make or break job for him. Like this is the job that's gonna, enable us to identify him. Like
As
now,
a manager.
he needs to position himself as a manager in the Premier League. So there's motivation on both ends of the spectrum. It's just like who wants it more.
I'll be back.
My
Let's talk
dog.
about this game. Arsenal
Hey.
versus
Who's on?
Fulham. Arsenal's
Ah, come on.
Arsenal just
Come
came
on.
off beating
I feel
them.
like you all know what it is. I feel like everybody knows what's about to happen. I feel like let's not be delusional. Let's be honest.
What
You
happened?
all know this is going to be a walk in the park, honestly. In a very small park.
Bro, I totally agree with you. Like what Fulham is about to do.
Bro. Mitrovic, come on, bro. Mitrovic, play basketball.
What are you talking about?
I'm just like.
No, man. Arsenal versus Fulham. It's not really.
But there's not
This is a
really.
blockbuster match,
It's a
bro.
blockbuster. What do you guys have to say about it?
Do you know Fulham? Tell me.
Come on.
Fulham!
Tell us.
What Fulham is about to do to Arsenal?
Wow.
Can you tell us?
If it was a,
Are you going to Fulham Road? Like, are you at the Emirates?
You were at the Emirates, bro.
Yeah, this is
if it was a
You know what it is.
if it was a picture, we're gonna frame it. Cause what's about to happen?
Bars.
What's about to happen? What is about to happen? I want it on record that I call it. You guys are coming off an impressive win in the Europa League. Congratulations.
These guys are all weak.
But it was an impressive.
We used our time well. Why are you mad?
You know what just hit me?
What's up?
Where the hell is Aubameyang?
Bro.
Yo,
He's not even missed right now.
being ghosted right now.
Bro. Yeah, man. I was talking to somebody at work, and I was just like, with the youth that are in the club right now, I would rather have a team that is very adamant about their culture and losing than a team that just lets people just do what they want just because they're stars. You know what I mean? You have to, this next generation, though, some of these guys are playing with Oba and looking up to him at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if they get that sense of, man, maybe when I'm big enough, I can just do whatever. I don't have to respect the rules. I don't have to respect the laws and my teammates and the fans. You know what I mean? So like, I totally get it, and it's great to see that we are diversified enough to be able to survive without him. You know what I mean?
There was a certain point in time where you couldn't.
I mean,
Without him in the team.
for sure.
If there's one thing I like about Arteta, I've been on record like bashing him a lot, especially in the earlier times, because I just didn't like how he'd speak about the players to the media and everything. But if there's one thing I respect about him, he's quite a disciplinarian. You're not gonna do. He doesn't play favorites. You're not gonna do whatever it is that you want. He's a disciplinarian. So and I respect that about him. That's important, like you said, for young players in the team. You're gonna have to earn your keep with him. If you wanna play, you're gonna have to show him that you really want to play, and you're gonna have to fight for your place in the team. Doesn't matter if you're a star or not. You're gonna have to fight for your place. So that's one thing that I like about him. So but what I'm just wondering is going forward with Aubameyang. Like, what do you think as an Arsenal fan is the best course of action? Sell him, keep him.
Isn't he on a long-term contract?
He just signed.
I think he'll conform. I think he'll conform. I think when you are the guy and you are out of the team, you are kind of wishing that, like, I hope this game goes bad so that they can realize how much they need me. You know what I mean? Like, I bet that's his kind of like mind state at the moment. But like, seeing your team do great without you hurts. You know what I mean? It hurts knowing that you want to be a part of it. We saw this like when Bruno Fernandes came in, and United were able to just shift away to relying on Pogba, and they were winning without him. We kind of started to see him conform to, what Ole was trying to do. And I think that Oba, we still got a couple of games to play. He's obviously he's at the almost he's towards the end of his career. You know, he's close to, well, not very close, but he's kind of close to retirement.
He's on the wrong side.
He's on the wrong side of it. You know what I mean? So he's obviously maybe gonna try and get some stats in. You know, goals. Do something for his legacy, and that's goals, bro. And to get back and to do that, you have to conform with the manager and conform with the system.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You guys are crushing Fulham.
Oh my god. It's a bribe, bro. It's a bribe. It's a bribe, bro. T-bone. Wellingtons.
That's all I wanted to hear.
It's a bribe, bro. It's a bribe.
So you guys,
it's a bribe.
You don't know Fulham.
It's
They really don't.
It's a bribe. My boy.
What is
My boy.
The black and white.
They've lost their 4 last games in the league.
That's why I would be afraid.
Oh, we're Fulham lost 4 games. We're terrified. Oh my God. Oh, somebody help us.
But let's move on to the next game of the weekend, which is United versus Burnley. And yeah, let's talk about United, man. Last week beating Tottenham.
Quite impressive.
Talk
Yo,
about it, bro. Talk about it.
let me say this.
We hate Man U.
I've said this a lot. I'll continue to say it. We won't stop saying it.
Never.
We hate Manchester United
With a passion.
with a passion,
Like a lot. This is what we agree on.
bro.
This is the one thing that we agree on, bro.
You guys are saying nice things. I agree. What you're saying. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. Nah, you guys saying nice things.
Y'all in the same boat as
You guys saying some nice things.
no, but continue.
But I will give them credit for the comeback win against Tottenham Hotspur. But then again, just saying it out loud, it's the cursed Tottenham Hotspur. So, but
Yeah, for sure.
Paul Pogba played great. Fred played great. Even scored a goal, which was shocking because it's one of the most frustrating things when you watch a player like Fred. It's like, shoot.
Yeah.
Or get close to the box and do something. It's something that he's oftentimes been reluctant to do. So I was happy for him as a player to see him getting on the score sheet. Like I said, Pogba played well, Fred played well, McTominay was solid, Cavani, oh my goodness, and his linking with Pogba.
Did you see that time for Rashford?
My God.
Yeah, man, when Rashford, I don't know what Rashford did with Rashford. But the time for Rashford was just, I'm like, wow, this guy. Like, one of my friends was like, I wish this guy was younger and we had him because even right now, yeah.
No, he's class. He's class. And he was linking very well with Pogba. It was like going forward, it was because I can't speak for the defending because like Spurs were just did that second half and did absolutely nothing. The first half it was a pretty intense match. And then second half they just burst the tire. I don't know what happened. But going forward, Manchester United were quite impressive. The thing with United is, bro, you can see Burnley beat them.
They will do all the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And then lose to Burnley. And you'll be like, what's the problem?
No.
What's
Not just what's the problem. What's the point? what's the end? Like,
what are y'all trying to do?
That's what I'm always thinking about with Ole. Like,
You just want to see the strangest number 2 position of all time.
No, now I say we've been making progress under Ole from where Mourinho left us off at. I've seen this progress. This is the best progress we've seen with all the past 3-4 managers, in my opinion.
True.
With our style of football, but even though it could be better, but the style of football, we're winning points. We have big name players who are able to lead us. We're heading in the right direction, bro.
That's true.
I'm not gonna.
And he gets a lot of like stick, bro.
It's
like,
United.
Almost every United fan that I talk to has just
understand.
negative things to say. Even when you all win, and I think that's weird.
No, I think it's just it's the United job. Ferguson set a high bar. The bar is moving too high.
Direction.
Dude,
Like you're saying.
That's not good enough.
No, but
What do you mean, bro? You know what? They're going in the right. They're not there.
You know Man United. The Man United. The reason why we hate Man U is because they were good, which is the truth. And their fans, there were so many fans from Man United, which made us fans hate Man U. Of course. And the thing is, even though we hated them more and more, they kept on winning.
Yeah, I hated H, bro. For a long time.
Even
For the longest.
You know what's
That's why we
happening?
were happy even for City.
Yeah.
Just come and shake.
Dude, like they saved us. They said it was independence. I was saying it was independence Cause dude, like you'd hear a Man U fan brag and say like, you know, we're going to beat you or whatever, like before a match. Usually I don't do that because I'm scared we're going to lose. And the Man U fans will still beat you. Like Man U would beat your team and they win the league and you couldn't do anything about it.
And there was a lot of glory hunters as well.
Exactly. That's the thing. Most of them were glory hunters, and that's the thing. And it was painful, very painful. So right now they deserve the.
Like, saying some nice things.
I feel like, you know what? Like, I get what you're saying, but I feel like they know, they can feel it. You're not winning trophies with Ole.
Now I feel like if you don't win Europa, it's a failure.
Yeah,
It would be.
That's what I said at the beginning of the season, Hora. That's what I want to
You're
judge.
supposed to beat
Qualified Champions League.
all the teams that are in the semis.
We're the best team.
You're the best team.
Let's move on to the next game. It is Leeds versus Liverpool.
Bro, Leeds.
The giant killers.
Leeds beats City.
How wild was that? Because last week
We were just like, no. We were like, it's going to be a sweep.
yeah, dude. And then Leeds took the broom and said, no.
That's crazy. So it was God's plan that I wasn't a part of that fast that was going on. You guys saying, bro, Leeds is dangerous.
Bro,
It's being played at Leeds. There's a chance. Liverpool needs to.
I wish it was at Anfield. Because we all know Anfield is the new clubhouse.
But now they won there last weekend, right?
It's the new Cabellos.
But Liverpool is on 52 points and West Ham is on 55.
it's tight.
It's very tight.
Because Leicester are in there. That's what I wanted. Leicester are now part of the story.
That's part of the story.
Let's start third and with
56.
Leicester are 2 points ahead of West Ham.
Yeah, 1 point.
A point.
A point, bro. It goes 56.
Oh, they're 2 points ahead
Leicester.
of.
West Ham is 55, Chelsea is 54, Liverpool 52, Tottenham can still, but at 49. But
The race is a bit wild.
bro. Listen.
You guys got saved last time.
Our
You
season-
guys
our season-
when Trent think
when
Last minute.
we beat Villa.
the assist.
the goal.
The beautiful goal against Villa. Now our season is dusted. Like we've got literally nothing to play for but this. So I don't expect anything less than for the guys to go out there and fight for this. I'm not entirely confident that we win, but it's like, bro.
In terms of just like the way the season's going, how do you feel it will go for the rest of the season? Do you feel like y'all will just come back from it anyway, or it might trigger like a little?
Like if we lose to Leeds, like in terms of like the top 4 position.
How do you think it will go in the future if you guys don't win this game?
The season is already, bro. The season is already dusted. Like there's no League Cup, no FA Cup, no League, no Champions League. Like we've got absolutely nothing to play for but top 4. We lose this match, we slip further down the pecking order of the top 4. There's no way it can't have a ripple effect. I know there's a lot of. I know there's a.
Not even in this chat.
Like there's gonna be a ripple effect. I know there's a lot. The players are talking a lot about coming back better next season, but like you
Who isn't going to come back better next season?
it's my point exactly, and the fact that everybody's gonna come
Arsenal.
back.
Let's not talk about the future. We're not psychics here. This isn't a psychic show.
Are we reading palms? Are we reading palms? Are we talking about?
Money is not getting any younger, right?
You're all 29, right? You're 4. Like,
Yeah. Money is not getting any younger. Do we come back next year and still hold on to Firmino the way we're holding on to him right now for dear life? I don't think so, because Jota is knocking at the door. But speaking of Jota, he's also heading off to the Euros. You don't know what's going to happen with him. And then you have a whole lot of players that is like, what are we going to do with Milner? What are we going to do with Keita? What are we going to do with Chamberlain? What are we going to do with Shaqiri? What are we going to do with Origi? What are you going to, like, you see,
It needs a switch on.
there's like,
And is Minamino coming back at the end of the
is
season?
Minamino coming back? So you wonder if
does he want to come back?
that's another question. There's stories that are coming out right now that Salah wants to stay, but he's not sure of the direction that the team is heading in.
He doesn't believe.
So when
He wants to walk alone.
what happens with Wijnaldum? What happens with Wijnaldum? What happens with Matip? What happens with Tsimikas, who's our cover at left back but hasn't played a single game because Robinson is playing every single game?
Facts.
There's a whole lot of things that we need to figure out. What happens with Klopp? Because I'm sure 90% of Liverpool fans want him to stay. But listen, I'll be the first to admit that he's been very frustrating for us this season.
That's unfortunate, man. Moving on to the next game. Let's talk about Chelsea versus Brighton. Brighton's a tough one.
Tough match.
Tough match.
We might
It might be a 0-0 draw.
No.
A 0-0.
Chelsea's
I'm scared.
Chelsea will win.
Genuine.
Chelsea should win.
It's a Stamford Bridge.
Brighton is just away from the relegation battle with like 33 points.
But
It's
it's
dangerous.
26.
Huh?
Fulham is 26.
Fulham has 26, but they can still slip up. But like, ish, yeah, true.
The Chelsea I saw against Palace.
Nah,
Hey, brother, was like half his touch.
They might run right.
Oh, the one where he knocked it over the defender and then shot.
I
I was like, okay, if Havertz is doing this,
Now, if the Chelsea that played against Palace shows up, because like you know what you're gonna get out of Mason Mount every single match.
Yeah, true.
Bro, there was no Kante in that match.
The Palace match.
The Palace match.
Yeah.
It was Kovacic and Jorginho.
Yeah.
And
But the thing is, you know
they
what I
were
was
doing that.
You know what I've seen is with Chelsea. The reason why we did that against Palace is the same reason why we did that against Burnley. Because we played a team that plays 4-4-2. 4-4-2 you cannot contend with a back three. A 3-5-2 or 3-5 whatever 3-4.
3-4-3.
Yeah. It's hard to
break it down.
yeah, it's very difficult. You can't contain. But then thing is, Brighton play 3 at the back. And they can pass the ball, they can press, they are confident. Bissouma is a baller.
It's gonna be a battle between those two.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like teams that play 3 at the back, like Wolves, Brighton, Sheffield even, we even struggled to beat them. Yeah, we didn't, did we? I don't know. But like teams that play 3 at the back, I am genuinely worried because it's now more about ability and concentration rather than system.
Alright, bet. Moving on to the next match. We're gonna talk about Spurs versus Aston Villa. This game's gonna be played Southampton, no bet. Against Southampton. This game is being played on Thursday. It's another midweek game.
It's on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Spurs, right?
Spurs Southampton. Southampton win.
4-3 Spurs. I hate to say it.
Why?
It doesn't sound like
It doesn't sound like
I'm burning inside.
The first thing
I'm burning on the inside.
we talked
You
Spurs.
just can't see it.
We
bro.
talked
It's
Spurs
true.
Everton. You said Spurs will win. Now we're saying Spurs Southampton. You're still saying Spurs win.
You read Spurs.
You're a Spurs
You're a
fan.
Spurs fan.
Wow.
It's just that I'm thinking.
You are the wrong side of North London.
Wow. You can't appreciate Spurs.
The nerve you have of saying
Have you ever seen me?
with an Arsenal jersey on.
You just have to, guys. Honestly, guys.
What has
Yes.
Spurs done
Those guys.
that warrants this much trust?
I just feel like they have the strongest squad. I just feel like they have the strongest squad. They have the better opportunity to like even if it was on FIFA, guys. If it was on FIFA and you had to choose.
But it's not.
It isn't.
But it's not.
It's a Premier League.
This is
That's not like anything that can happen. Exactly. That's what I'm just like.
so why don't you lean on the side of the opposition? If anything can happen. This man is a we have a Spurs fan.
Amongst us, we thought we would never see this day. We never thought we would see this day.
Wow. It was a hard day. I'm dehydrated.
So they exist. That's how I feel.
I'm just saying.
So they
I'm just
exist.
saying.
Spurs fans. So they exist.
I'm just saying.
Spurs. Nah, I agree with
If
Spurs.
it was betting money.
I would take Spurs, but the thing is, the game against Everton is a really big determination because if they drop points there,
There's no time for logic if you are talking about your rival. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
to him, okay.
Yes.
Guys.
That's what I'm saying.
But is it out the box to think that Spurs would win?
It's not even in the box. It's not in the picture. It doesn't exist. Spurs will lose. Spurs will lose.
I'm just saying.
Nathan Raymond, that guy,
I'm just being
Chinepo.
honest. I'm just being honest.
How's Southampton been playing?
I don't know. We don't know, but we know that they're going to come and destroy Spurs.
Move on to City versus Aston Villa.
You know what City have become? No offense to present company. They've become the Robert Mugabe of the Premier League. The Robert Mugabe of the Premier League.
Which team?
City. Because they were the hero. the liberator, like you said earlier,
Against Man U.
against from United here. Now they've just won Rome.
They've gone into it.
Now they've just won Rome. They've become they've gone into a dictatorship. Like,
So Liverpool is what Changarai, bro.
yeah, but I mean, unlike Changarai, we tasted something. Oh, Changarai was prime minister at some point. So we are. What a tough way to go out. What a tough way to go out. You shout out to our Zimbabwean friends. Yeah, it's no offense.
Let's just end the video.
That's the last game, right?
Yeah.
The other game is Leicester versus West Brom.
Do you know West Brom's record? They drew with Spurs away, drew with Liverpool away, drew with City away, beat Chelsea away. So if they're playing at Leicester, I smell them in fifth.
The bottling begins.
Where is the ball? I need them.
The bottling begins.
Brendan, bro. Brendan, what?
That's the last game, right? So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Anything you want down in the comment section, and we'll get back to you guys. Is there anything else?
No,
that's good, right? Yeah, see you guys next time.
We're winning the Champions League.
Yo.